I'm rearranging again, yet again. And I always forget to show you guys the before. So I'm showing you the middle, which is always the messiest. But you've seen this area before, and this is what we're doing. So over here was where I had all the kids' jackets and stuff, which it doesn't want to focus now. So I'm trying to take this stuff. The issue is these drawers right here can never shut because there's so many hats and mittens and all that stuff in there, and nobody puts them in neatly, so then they can't shut, and then the drawers are left open, and then people trip over the drawers, and then the boots are always out all over the place, and then everyone wants to stand right in this area right here because that's a warm area. So in the morning or whenever it is cold, everyone wants to huddle like in front and all around here, and there's no space. So I am trying to make a solution to that problem. So this is what we're working on. We've got boots here, we've got hats here, more boots here, we have jackets and stuff all around here. This also needs a solution to the problem. I have too many seedlings that need to get started. We normally either do 3 tables or this other shelf thing that we have, and I'm going to move to the shelf. I don't know why I didn't just, my daughter said to me, why don't we bring the shelf in? I was like, no, we don't need to. We're not starting that much. We're only starting a couple hundred seedlings. We'll be all set with just the table. I was so wrong. I should have just listened to her in the beginning, but I didn't. So I'm trying to get a bunch of this stuff done. So I went to Bangor today. We did 2 doctor's appointments, but my life is sort of crazy like that, so there's never enough time in the day because you're always busy doing A, B, C, and D. So I came home tonight, got home about 5, ate something to eat, and now I'm trying to pull everyone together to get a bunch of projects done before 9 tonight. So that is what we're doing. I have my Amazon haul there, so I am going to actually video my Amazon haul for you guys and get some people working on this as well as some other organization projects. Okay, so up here, guys, it's probably going to be hard to see. Let me move one of these down. Do you see that white thing that holds up the shelf? I actually before had it upside down. So the shelf was, let me hold that for a second. So the, let me see, my finger, there we go. This thing was actually down here like this, making it be so these were across here. Now these are just my younger 6's stuff, and then my husband, and the things that my husband and I wear the most will go right here. I have another hook, and my husband has another hook by the stairs that we put like excess like barn coats and stuff. And then my other kids, they have their stuff out in the garage. So we've split it out from like olders and youngers. A lot of times the other kids, they have stuff that is a lot more muddy and dirty, and they want like spaces to be able to put like animal stuff with their stuff and all that type of stuff. So that's out in the garage for them. This is just for the younger kids, so I don't have to go out with younger kids all the time. So what we're planning here is each of the kids have 2 hooks here, and so it should be a play jacket. All right, focus, focus, focus. So each one of the hooks should have a play jacket and then a pair of snow pants here. And then I think what I'm going to do is I am going to put a futon couch here. I know, I can never decide. I'm always rearranging. So we actually have a smaller house for a large family, and I think that you always have to rearrange and be okay with rearranging for what's working for that season. Not necessarily season as far as like, oh, it's summer, it's winter, it's fall, which happens. But also the season of life you're in, what's working, what's not working, like those drawers were not working. Another thing was, as you guys probably saw before, I had been making pancakes on the wood stove, and my daughter had been like right there, right with me. We put a couch here before where the plants are, and it was nice because if I was starting a fire or cooking on this fire, then I could have excuse me, it usually gets warmer in this area first in the morning because we do have backup oil heat. So it's usually warmer in here and it takes longer for the, we call it the addition, the big living room to get warm. So it will be more convenient for a child to be sitting on the couch here as well if I'm starting a fire or by the fire cooking or anything like that, that they'd be able to do that, because I like to multitask, so I could be doing that and they could be doing their reading with me, or however we worked it out that day. I can't see myself, so I'm probably super dark. Okay, I flipped it around. I'm not super dark. I'm glad for that because I was nervous. I'm sitting like in the dark. So that is how it's going to work. So I think we're going to try to bring the futon in here and then I'll check back with you guys. Okay, so this is where we're at right now. My daughter brought this in. It's kind of on the side so it can leak water all down there. The shelves are actually out on the other porch. This is what this is going to look like. It's going to go over here. So you can see my plan worked well. They just chucked everything on the couch instead. So, life in a large family. I'm going to get them to clean those things up, and then we'll be hooking that up there and hooking all the lights up. The plants currently are over here. I'm hoping by the end of the day to get all these plants. These are the ones, I didn't show you guys these. These right here, actually, I got out of that let pot that we did earlier. Look how big they are. Look how big they are. So I took those out of there and I planted them in here, and I planted these basils as well, so we'll see how those grow. Some of my other seeds for like Brussels sprouts and stuff aren't really taking, so I'll probably need to replant those. But other stuff is starting to grow, so we will fix all that and set it up, and then hopefully maybe plant some more stuff tonight. Okay, so I put the seeds of the, actually my daughter did, my 3-year-old did. She just threw spinach seeds all in here. Some of these we do not know if they're going to actually grow or not. So we just kind of threw them in here to see if they would grow. Some of our onions came up, some of them did not. Well, right now what we're trying to do is, these are all old bunching onions. So I'm going to throw all these old bunching onions into one of these trays. These are well loved. We're going to duct tape those. So it's really interesting. Today I was out doing some videos. I'm doing a bunch of stuff, right? And it always amazes me that you guys are so great, right? I love your comments. I think it's so wonderful that you guys are just so loving and so caring, and it really feels like part of a family, which is really cool. And there's a couple of you that you comment quite a bit, and I kind of think, oh, I wonder if they're doing this, or I wonder if they're doing that. And it's really an interesting and neat community. And then you get like a comment, right, that might be rude and just horrible, like telling you that you're a horrible person. And it can just like deflate you for the day. Immediately the person gets blocked, right? Because nobody wants to hear that my house is dirty. My house is lived in. I'm okay with that. And I'm okay with that on a normal day-to-day basis. But it's like you immediately get this feeling inside of you, like, how dare they say that about me? I understand. My house is lived in. It's not perfect white. But it's amazing how one comment can bring you down or bring you up. And I just appreciate all you guys who have, I want to say, come alongside me throughout this journey of starting YouTube and just really tried to lift me up on the days that was really hard. So I don't mention that a lot. And I didn't say anything like about me having 3,000 subscribers. I actually was trying to make this little like meme thing, and it took me so long to even try to make it, and it didn't work out the way that I wanted it to. So I was like, yeah, whatever, I'm not going to do anything. So I was just saying, I'm just going to keep putting content out there. But I did want to just say to you guys, like, I truly do appreciate you. And my children are knocking on the door. I better open the door. Okay, I ran outside for a couple minutes to see a project that was going on there. And in here, we decided that we're not planting that many tomatoes this year. We have a bunch of tomatoes in the basement, and I didn't want to do a full row of tomatoes. So I am going to only do, let's see, We got 4 Early Girl. We're doing those just because they have tomatoes earlier. Did I mention that only 2, maybe 3 of us eat tomatoes? Sometimes some of the younger kids do, but really there's only 2 people that actually eat tomatoes, but they'll eat tomato products. Brandywines, Cherokee Purples, and Golden Jubilee. So I have those right there. A couple seeds are getting planted in each, so most likely some of those we'll be able to pull apart and make actually more plants than that is right there. But that is what we are doing there with those. I always overplant tomatoes. I have a lot of tomato products. I probably have a good 200-300 quarts of tomato sauce, and it's not something that we're eating a lot of because we're not eating pasta. So I just don't know. I don't feel like that needs to be a super focus this year. What I do want to focus on, I'm gonna try to rotate like heavy pepper year and then the following year heavy tomato year. So this year I'm going to focus a lot more on peppers, and not necessarily a variety of peppers, but quantity of peppers. So I want to plant regular peppers that, you know, like these things. But I also, it is a year that I need to do jalapenos, and I also really liked doing those yellow peppers for pickled peppers. So I'm going to do those and the jalapenos, and then a bunch of the, yeah, green peppers slash red peppers, because if you let them go long enough, then they turn red. So I'm going to focus on the peppers this year, and then next year I'll do, Lord willing, the way that we get a harvest, I would focus more on tomatoes if we have used a lot of our stuff down. Probably mainly for salsa. I might do like a batch or 2 of salsa throughout this summer, but I have a lot of tomato products already. So that is my plan, and let's see what else we're gonna do. Alrighty, so we've finished up mainly in here. There's a pair of snow pants over there. Wasn't quite sure if I should turn the light on in here or not, because it would be like over my head. So I don't know that it would make it much better because the lights that are here. So basically coats and jackets here, has some mittens up there, a place to sit there, boots under there. I put this mat here for mine, my husband's shoes, and then for the kids, wet stuff can go there. And then we put this big rack here, which is super awesome. So we have some onions here growing already. We planted these today. These are celery. It said to do plastic. I've never done celery before, so this is a new thing for me. And then there is bunching onions in here that we planted. Down here we planted these tonight. These are all different types of peppers. So we have jalapenos, banana peppers, chocolate peppers, oh, what are they called? Peppercini, and sweet peppers. And then in the back there, you can see there's leeks back there. And then we're not planting too many of the tomatoes like I mentioned, but we have Cherokee Purple, Golden Jubilee, Early Girl Tomato, and Brandywine. And then in here is, I forget what it is. Let's see. All right. Spinach. So we have spinach in there. And then we have some things growing up. Some of these are actually going to need to be transplanted probably within the next few days. These are just early broccolis and some cabbages back here, and we'll transplant those probably in the next couple days. We needed to bring some more soil in. Remember, I got that soil on sale last year. That's the soil that I'm using. It's been out in the high tunnel, but we are bringing it in and letting it defrost a bag at a time. And then we have those kale and stuff on the bottom, the basil, there's the snowball cauliflower and the self-blanching cauliflower here in the front, and then Brussels sprouts. We had a heck of a time with these Long Island Brussels sprouts, so I actually put the rest of them in here. They're an older thing, so I decided I'd just dump them all in there and see what did what. So then we just have all those cabbages in there, and I believe these are onions in here as well. Yes, those are onions in there, and we planted those again. So that's about it, guys. my battery is about to die on my camera, so I am going to finish this up. And that was our transformation and where we're at with our seeds. So I hope you all have a blessed and wonderful day, and we'll talk to you real soon.